What's going on, guys? So kind of a different video today. What we are going to be doing is getting into the lab here and putting our Dr. Frankenstein hat on, and we are going to hook up a Simagic wheel to a Fanatec Wheelbase. So this is going to be fun. Just for clarity, for whatever reason, I was out of work. I think I mentioned this on a few streams before. I ended up selling my McLaren GT3 wheel just for some extra money because I've mainly been doing oval racing, but I knew I wanted to get back into doing some road racing. So when it came time to get a new one, I was looking at, I don't know, for whatever reason, I wasn't crazy about the Formula wheel from Fanatec, and I've really loved, since I first saw it, for whatever reason, I was attracted to the Simagic GT Neo wheel. The size, the form factor, the look of it, the forged carbon look, all the lights, it just really spoke to me. I really love that wheel. So then I found out that with Simagic, with Magic, you can actually hook it up to a Fanatec base. So we're going to try to do that today. But first, let's go ahead and unbox the wheel and check it out. All right, so we are over at the craft table, and a quick plug, if you want to go follow my 3D printing and painting channel. We are going to be doing this Titus from Warhammer 40K. So go check that out, Rackham Studios. But we're going to go ahead and unbox the GT Neo and check it out. Let's go ahead. We didn't even need to. I figured there'd be tape and I was going to stop, but there wasn't. So, the pad. Very cool printed box with the little knobs sticking out. Very cool presentation there. Oh, God, I really love this wheel. And you can't, for the price. I mean, even the McLaren wheel I always thought was a good price, but this thing is even, I think, more value. But let me go ahead and try to figure out how to get this while holding it. All right, so I got my hands-free little neck thing on, and let's go ahead and get a nice bag here. Simagic drawstring bag and everything. Very cool, very nice. And there we go. Man, I wasn't expecting it to be this heavy. Like, this thing has a pretty heavy form factor. Look at that. Very cool. Yeah, this is all the buttons have nice solid clicks. Dials feel good. Rotary switches feel good. Oh, these are like little joysticks. That's cool. A lot of people complain about the grips on these, but I mean, they feel fine. Of course, I always wear gloves, so we should be fine there. Shifters, really responsive. Got some bike launches there. There is of course, the quick release on the back, which we will not be using because we will have to make this adapt to the quick release with Fanatec, and this is all going to be part of that whole process, but we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's just look at that pretty wheel. I love that. Very nice. I love it. Real quick, beneath all that, we do have this section with a little arrow pointing down, which I don't know exactly why, but let's go ahead and open this up, see what's on here. I'm guessing probably like, oh man, geez, a ton of stickers. Look at that. Heck yeah, if you're a guy that likes stickers with your stuff, look, man, there's even more. Very cool. What else we got in here? There's stickers for the wheel, actually, of all your just different kinds of icons, letters, and there's a tool in there. There is a USB to USB-C cable. Here's something else in there. More decals, more clear decals. My goodness, I don't think I've ever gotten as many stickers in something before. And there is your quick start guide. There's still more in here. More stickers. My goodness, so let's take a second here. Even beyond, obviously we get stickers for the wheel itself to help identify it, but even just stickers for the heck of it. We've got these, which are like a clear one. We got these that are like a vinyl decal. We got these, and we got this giant sheet. I've never seen so many stickers with a piece of sim racing equipment, so very cool. But moving on. So the way that we're going to achieve this magic is what they call the Maglink, which is a external device. You do have to buy separate, but it's pretty cheap. I think it's only like 20 bucks, so not too bad. And essentially what it does is comes with this plate that will replace the plate on the back. and will allow us to run this as just USB into the PC, but allow us to mount this to a Fanatec quick release. So the wheel will be connected just to the PC directly, not through the base. We're going to get into how all that works and how we kind of tell the PC what to use for what. But this is crucial. If you're going to do this, you have to have the Maglink, so you get this nice longer. Super GT just did a video recently about how he's actually using this on a PS5 for Gran Turismo. I'm just going to be using it though with PC. So if you want to see how you can buy an additional little adapter that will actually let you hook it up to a PlayStation, go check out his video. All right, so we don't quite have all the pieces that we need yet to do all this, but we can go ahead and download the Simagic software. Check this out. Come on, there we go. Look at all the pretty lights. So because this is going to get connected just directly to the PC through USB, we can go and get it hooked up. And see if we can set that right there for now. There we go. And it sees it, GT Neo, on the Simagic software. As you can see, we can click into the Neo. And we have full control here over the buttons, calibrate. We can calibrate our pedal, the clutch and the pedals here, do some presets, control the dimming of the lights. And you can see it's doing that. We can change the different colors that we want, what colors we want each rotary dial to be. Let me see. We can just click what button number and code we want that number to be when we map these to things later. So pretty cool and pretty good software, easy to use. I can just easily see what I want to click and what I want to do. Rotary dial, what its button code is, rotate down, rotate up. All the stuff that we need to get this thing set up. So let's go ahead and just play around with it, see what we can do. All right, so everything is here now. We now have everything we need for this Frankenstein project. We've got our Quick Release 2 from Fanatec, which they just throw in, so it's nice to have another one though, so I don't have to move one around. The Fanatec Podium Hub, this is important. This is what's going to actually connect to the wheelbase. Our Simagic Maglink, which you guys have seen, and of course the GT Neo wheel. So we should have everything we need. So we are going to start by going ahead and just putting our quick release onto the Podium Hub, which is, as you can see, is very simple. We're literally just going to slide it over, although I'm going to do it the right way. And we'll put the screws in, and we'll have our kind of our solid base to start with. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the screws in. I'll save the trouble of showing you all that. All right, so we got that complete now. And if you've never seen kind of how this works on the quick release, it's just these little bars that go in when you push down on it, and that's what clamps over the part on the base. But so far, nothing out of the ordinary. We've just put our quick release onto the hub. So the next step that we're going to do is on the hub. And the idea of the Podium Hub is that you can just put any kind of wheel on it. We're going to use the Simagic Maglink, and you'll see it just kind of lines up with the holes here. And we're going to lock that guy down with this little cord here sticking out. The back side here has the magnet, of which the kind of magnet USB release goes to. Hence the Maglink name. So we're going to go ahead and just lock this guy down right now. And just to clarify which screws, in case you're wondering, I'm using the ones that came with the Maglink to attach it to the hub. So you know, I know because you're going to be mixing and matching, you're going to get a bunch of different stuff from a bunch of different companies, but I am using the ones that were supplied by Simagic to attach this to the hub. All right, next we've got our wheel here, and we are actually going to be taking off the stock, or whatever, the quick release here, which is a nice quick release. It's a shame that we'll have no use for it. I guess if we ever did get a Simagic base, we could come back and use it, so we'll save it, obviously. But we'll take these screws off and remove this guy. Okay, so once you've loosened it, you don't want to just rip it off because there are some connections in here that you're going to undo and then take this whole piece off. So don't just, I know usually, you know, on the other ones you undo the screws and then you just rip it off. Don't do that because you got some connections here. So keep that in mind, and we're going to take those off now. All right, so we got this off. In case you're wondering, wanted to see what a Simagic quick release looks like. It's a little bit different. Once you've connected it to the base, this ring essentially will pop over these ball bearings. And then when you want to take it off, you would just pull this back and it comes off. So it's not engaged right now because it's not on a wheelbase, but that gives an idea kind of how it works compared to the Fanatec one. So as you noticed earlier, the Maglink does have this little cord coming off of it. We are literally just going to plug that right into that spot. Nothing goes into that spot. And then we're going to screw this down in the area where it fits in. Pretty simple. So there you have it. I moved over here because the light's a little better. There is our full build. It's quite a bit heavier because you've obviously added the entire podium, which makes it feel a little bit heavier. Hopefully it's not too bad on the base, but yep, there it's all together. The hub is on there. Everything's hooked up. And yeah, you'll see the little magnet. Now we got to connect the USB cable. So included in the kit, you get two pieces here. This is your connection to the PC. They give you these little screws and area holes on it because the idea is this can just be mounted to your rig. This is kind of your connection point. They also give you like some double-sided Velcro that we can try to get this to stick to something, but that's just kind of your connection point extension cable. And then you've got this other one here, which is your stretchy one that'll actually go to the wheel and kind of around your base to give you some flex. And you can see here, give me a second to spin it around. Wish I had someone to hold this camera for me. Boop. Let's flip it upside down. There's the, you'll see it just magnetizes to that point like that. So that nice little mag clip there. It connects actually pretty darn good, I will say. And there you go, comes off. So that's how that works. All right, so over here on the rig, this is all kind of temporary right now. I've got like a tray holding up my monitor because I plan to upgrade the monitor and I'm gonna get like a monitor stand and all that kind of stuff. So I already had this really long extension USB cable that was hooked up to my PC. So I elected to just put some Gorilla Tape on it and I'm just gonna stick it right there. And then when I get, if I do upgrade my rig or upgrade my whatever I'm gonna do, then I'll probably find a more permanent spot to kind of mount this to something. But for now, just gonna use that and then we will run this cable through the wheel and kind of do all that deal. So we'll go and get that set up. All right, here we go for the initial push on. Let's go ahead and get that lined up. Whoa, got my camera. There we go. So it is now fully on to the Fanatec Wheelbase. So we got Fanatec QR2 podium from Fanatec, and then no. So you'll notice that the wheel is not on because it's going to recognize the hub through Fanatec. So we're kind of ad hoc in it here on the PC. It's going to recognize the base and everything from Fanatec, but all the wheel controls and everything are going to be separately connected through the PC right here on the back. If I can do it without looking with the magnet. I don't think I can. I'm going to have to look. But let's go hop over to the PC and we'll see kind of what it sees. By the way, I got it and it did all its cool light dance. So there we go. We've now got the, you heard my PC ding, so it's recognizing that this is connected to USB. That's connected as well. We got the cord. I just got it kind of running around here. I think that'll be pretty much good. You can see as I'm turning it, we really don't ever turn more than that using this wheel. And you can see, in case that was your, oh, shoot, no, that was never fully on, I guess. So yeah, you can see here, turning the wheel. Let's just do some simulated kind of driving. Usually with a wheel like this, you're not really ever doing much turning more than that. And you can see kind of, maybe I could give it a little bit more room if I want, but it pretty much is going to be fine. All right, so I moved over here so you can see a little better. So you can see as I'm turning it, it is registering on the angle. So I think the center is pretty good. Do some force feedback test. I guess we'll keep this. We'll keep all this where it's at right now. I'm not going to mess with too much settings right now. We'll do that for a separate one if you really wanted to, but you can come in, set all your stuff if you need to. We'll have to figure out what really works for this. And yeah, so all your base settings, everything like that, all keeps with your for the Fanatec. And we already went over the Simagic when we hooked it up earlier, so all of the colors and things that we set up are all in the separate software. So let's go ahead and jump into iRacing and see if this thing works. All right, so to test this out, we are going to do I just bought a new car to try out my new wheel, the 911 GT3 Cup car, and Long Beach, one of my favorite tracks that I didn't own in this game that I just bought. So I got a bunch of new I got a new wheel, a new car, and a new track. What beats that? Let's go ahead and try it out. So we're trying this again. Now, so I think that what the problem ended up being was the extension cord. I told you that I already had an extension cord hooked up to this. It was way too long, and I think the signal was getting lost. So I shortened it up to a shorter one, and I think we're good to go now because the Simagic Pro is seeing it. So let's go in now. That's still good. Let's calibrate our gearbox. That's what we want to see. There we go. It's for shifting up, shifting down. No. Perfect. So we need to do look left. I'm going to map these as clutch pedals since I don't really use those. Right. That seems like that'll work good. I'll mess around with the wheel force. I got it set to 8 Newton meters. 8.6 on strength. I might turn it up a little bit more because I run lower on NASCAR because you don't really need to feel as much. What else we got here? So I can configure everything. So I can map everything to these buttons on this, even though I'm using this wheelbase. Essentially, is so how it works. Trying to see what else I need to make sure I do. My mic's disconnected right now, but we will need push to talk. Where do I want to map that to? Somewhere easy to get to. Well, maybe we'll do this button right here. Why not? Oh, I definitely need to do the pit to go to pit. Tow button. We're going to do that one right there. And I have stickers to put on these. I just wanted to make sure I get everything kind of where I know I want it before I do all that. Oh yeah, we can also do like our, it depends on what car this has, our brake bias. It looks like that's all it has. It doesn't have like ABS and all that. Our black box controls, we want that. So I think we'll go that. Okay, that. Next control will be up and down. And then incremental, that, decrease, toggle is a push in. Perfect. Okay, I think that's enough. We can go, let's go test it out. There you go, you see it? Oh, I'm in the pit limiter. First time driving this car, first time driving this track, first time driving this wheel. Oh, there's a turn there. Oh, which button did I hit for pit? I don't remember. There we go. Let's try that again. I should probably learn this track. Without a doubt, driving one of my favorite cars, though, I do love. There's the fountain. Got those curbs there. I need to mess with that brake bias. I don't know. So the car will stop. Yep, I got no idea where my brake markers are, but turns out a little bit sooner there. I do think I might turn up the force feedback just a little bit, as it feels a little light. Jeez, is that really a turn there? Am I in the right spot, or am I like on over? Is that really the way the track goes? Man, all right, got some learning to do. So that is our first lap at Long Beach. All right, well, you get the idea. I'm going to keep doing some laps here at Long Beach. Try to see if I can't figure out this track, but you get the point. It works. With the use of the Fanatec hub, you too can use the Simagic GT Neo, which is easily one of the best bang for your buck Formula style wheels that are out there, GT style wheels, whatever. And you don't have to get a new base, because if you ask me, I think I'm not crazy about any of the Fanatec's options when it comes to like these style wheels. I think they kind of get beat by just about everybody. Even like I wasn't even, honestly, even like their Bentley wheel didn't really move me too much. So really cool way to not have to invest in an entirely new ecosystem and still get what is really a solid wheel. So I'm excited about it. I'm gonna keep driving this around and see if I can't figure out this track. And like and subscribe. I want to start running these Porsche Cup races, and I plan to do some more other road stuff. Obviously, if you've followed me before, you've seen me do all my... Here's that one I messed up big time last time. That was a tight turn right there. Woo-wee! I remember that in IndyCar. But follow for more. Let me know what you guys think. If you found this useful, if you want to try this setup, or if you did, and you have liked experience or any tips you want to give me, since I'm starting out with it, I appreciate it. But I will see you guys on the next one.